I actually remembered when this day happened, and obviously you're seeing this video on Monday, September 11th, which is not a day that a lot of people like, it being on a Monday and it being 9/11, because the saying "don't forget," which to me is a saying that not only you're not forgetting the people who lost their lives, but you're not forgetting the people who've done this. Of course there are conspiracy theories out there, but to me, being Middle Eastern and to me being Palestinian, that saying "don't forget" kind of, well, not kind of, puts a bad perceptions of Middle Easterns and puts a bad perceptions of Muslims. And from that day on forward, I finally felt what a minority actually feels like. I've been called a terrorist. I've, even had a customer recently say that she felt uncomfortable that Syrians are coming to the United States of America because she's scared of what they did. And when in reality, they were coming here because those people were being mistreated. Actually, not even mistreated. It's a word that you can't even, you go out your door and you can hear bombings. You go out to your door and you're scared that your 5-year-old son will get killed by somebody. Or their 9/11 is every day in Syria, in Iraq, in Pakistan, and Afghanistan. A girl who's 13 years old, Malala Yousafzai, who won a Nobel Peace Prize, who got shot in the, I'm not sure, I think it was the right side, I'm not sure, or the left side, I could be wrong, I apologize, by an extremist group, the Taliban. So a lot of these extremist groups are using Muslim, the religion, to justify their actions, and a lot of people who unfortunately watches the media and uses social media as their way for information, they're ignorant. And it sucks that I have to feel that I have to, because I get questioned based on where I'm from, who I am as a person, and a lot of people, they think Latino, I just go along with it unless I'm asked. And it sucks that I have to just go along with it because of what America, of what the United States of America, my home country, of what the media basically portrayed Middle Easterns, of what Fox News and what CNN, uses on a daily basis to portray what happens in Middle Eastern countries, and just facts and things that people see on social media that they use as information and that they see as credible information. And I actually had a manager one time says that his main source of information was CNN, and I'm like, really? CNN is not always accurate. A lot of these news stations belong to the white man, and I'm sorry if you feel like, that's racist for me to say that you don't belong on this channel, because racism is something that a lot of people feel uncomfortable talking about, but I'm not uncomfortable talking about it because I keep it real. And, it sucks that I have to feel what a minority feels like. And in general, we're all from different places of the world, but we live in a society where we label people as if you're a white man, you're full of power. But if you're someone who are Middle Eastern, who are from Asia or from Africa, or like from some type of Hispanic country or South America or whatever, you're characterized as a minority, when typically, we're all parts of different areas of the world. And it really does suck, because how when you fill out documentation that I'm just like, okay, in the books I'm characterized as Caucasian, and Caucasian falls under white. So that means I'm white? I'm like, no, that doesn't mean I'm white. So it sucks that I have to feel like, who am I as a person? Because my general description doesn't align with what it is, because I don't get white privilege. You know what I mean? So my people always have to feel like when they go to the airport that they have to feel extra cautious, because a lot of people think, okay, I feel uncomfortable, this person has a hijab on, or this person is a guy and he has a religious attire on, he's a Muslim, he must be a terrorist. And I've been called a terrorist before. I had the situations where I just felt uncomfortable because someone called me a terrorist, and it's just like, okay, like, really, someone really did this to me? Or someone who's black, who's you guys see it on the news with cops and with Trayvon Martin, and with these things that happen just because you're black, and it really does suck, and it really does like irk me when there's someone who does a mass shooting and who's Muslim. Now they're characterized as a terrorist, but when someone who's white who does a mass shooting, you know, they claim insanity and they're like they're mentally ill, and you know, you being white, now they have a better chance of someone who's black and of getting off of death row. And that's the truth. That's really the truth. And it really sucks to have to talk about this. So when I see the phrase "don't forget," I typically, you know, think about, okay, they're not forgetting. A lot of people have perceptions of Middle Easterns or as people who are Muslim as this type of group. When in reality, you know, we're all the same people. And just because one person done something, just because one person from a certain ethnicity done something, that doesn't mean you should generalize everyone because of what one person did. Because that's just not how life works. And if life works that way, then we're all bad people, right?